So today we are going to cover the topic American Revolution. Okay, this is also a very important revolution, and from examination point of view also this is very important. So here we will cover the causes of American Revolution and the consequences, that is the effects of American Revolution. So the causes will be the 7 Years' War, taxes and duties, Boston Massacre, Boston Tea Party, and intolerable acts. And in consequences, that is what is the after effect of American Revolution. Here we will see the creation of constitution, political changes, end of mercantilism, and global impact. So let us start this topic. Before going to the causes of American Revolution, let me give you the overview of what is American Revolution. Okay, what does it mean? So 1775 to 1783. It is also called the United States War of Independence or American Revolutionary War. So what is the other name of American Revolution? That is United States War of Independence or American Revolutionary War. So what was it? It was a war in which 13 of Great Britain's North American colonies won political independence and went on to form United States of America. Okay. So 13 colonies were there that has been established by the Great Britain, and they get free from the authority of the Britishers, and later on they combine together and form United States of America. Okay, so this is the revolution, is basic, the revolution is about this. Now why colonies were there at earlier? So colonies were during Industrial Revolution, they were the place where the demand of raw materials were there. Okay, not only this, they were very much rich in resources. So that's why the Britishers just they form colonies wherever they find the raw material, they form the colonies there. So the revolution is basically to get rid of the British control and the formation of United States of America. Around the 16th century, many Europeans had settled in America because of religious persecutions in England. Now what happened? The Europeans during 16th century, they have been shifted from Europe and now they are settled in England, America, okay, due to religious persecution. Now what is religious persecution? That is the systematic ill treatment. Sometimes it has been done by an individual or a group of people because of religious belief. So now the people are fed up of this religious persecution, and due to this they begin to migrate. They begin to migrate and settle in America, okay. Not only this is one of the reason from just moving from Europe to America, some of them were attracted to economic opportunities also. As a result, they formed 13 colonies which had local assembly to settle their problem. So some of them have, they find that some economic opportunities are also there. That is the main source of income. They see that if they are shifting from here to there, the economic opportunities are more. Okay, so they are just in view of this that they were going to earn a lot of money from that, and that will help to provide their family with food, not only food, the educational opportunities also, then child care, medical care. So that's why they have just see the economic opportunities also. However, these colonies were suffering due to British economic policy. Now see, these 13 colonies, the peoples, those who are living here, they were really very much suffered from the British economic policies. Now, what happened? The British used to restrict, okay, the British used to restrict the manufacturing. Since it is the main point of manufacturing, but they restrict the people from manufacturing. Not only this, they will maximize export and import also. It means they have to do whatever the Britishers say or they want. The people don't right to do whatever they want to do. They have to follow the strict instruction of the Britishers. Colonies were not permitted to set up industry. See, the colonies were not permitted to set up industry. Moreover, they had to export sugar, tobacco and cotton only to England at prices determined by England. So whatever their production is there, they have to give all this to England, and the prices will be again determined by England. There is no choice from the people, those who are doing the hard labor, those who are doing this manufacturing, working hard. They don't try to just fix the price, and They are not allowed to sell anywhere else also. Okay, so exploitation was going on. This provoked opposition from the British American colony. So now what happened? The people are very much angry and they are just want to oppose the British American colonies. Okay, now they are not happy. These colonies people, those who are living here, they are not happy. Okay, and as a result they revolt against the Britishers and they get rid of it. So this is a basic overview of the American Revolution. Let us see one by one the causes. See here, the causes of American Revolution. The first one is the 7 Years' War that was goes between 1756 to 1763. As the name indicates, 7-year war was going on. It was a multinational conflict. Okay, so many nations were and the conflict was going on among them. The conflict between France and Great Britain were each looking to expand their territory across numerous continents. Actually, dispute over frontier policies was going on, okay, and they were just not trying to manage the territorial disputes. Instead of this, they were fighting with each other. They were trying to just capture the territory, expand their territory. Their dispute over North America land claims in the region around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This conflict eventually spread into other parts of the world, including Europe, Africa, and Asia. Now, in the North American land, there is a place here that is Pittsburgh. It is very much important. That place is important because that is an industrial hub, okay, where coal mining was going on and a lot of steel production is there. So now what happened? The people are just trying to capture that one also. So that's why there was a frontier disputes were going on among them. Not only this conflict eventually spread into other parts of the world, including Europe, Africa, and Asia. Basically, disputes over territorial policy was going on. So this is the first reason, 7 Years' War for the American Revolution. Okay. Second one was taxes and duties. As the name indicates, tax and duties. So many taxes have been imposed to these colonies. In order to increase revenue for the cost of defending the expanding British Empire, British taxed the colonies. Now, not only this, the Britishers are exploiting them, just selling their product by their own, fixing the price by their own. They are also increasing the revenue so that they may collect the money from these colonies. Moreover, the war with France and India were proving very expensive for Britain. Now, there was a specific issue was going on that was a part of British for trade and settlement, and due to this, British were financing this war with France and India. But since they were lacking with the money, what did they do? They were just increasing the revenue to these colonies. In 1765, British Parliament passed the Stamp Act on all business transactions like official documents, deeds, mortgage, newspaper and pamphlet. Now see, they are already just under the load of so many taxes, the colonies people. The Britishers again, their parliament had issued one Stamp Act, that is 1765, and that indicates that whatever the business transaction is going on, like you are purchasing the official document, you are in need of that, the deeds, whatever the mortgage and newspaper and pamphlet, for this also you have to pay taxes. Okay, so unnecessary the peoples are just under the burden of this so many taxes. Now, the revenue was used to pay the cost of maintaining 10,000 British troops in America. So, whatever the revenue they are generating from these taxes, that they are using to maintain 10,000 British troops in America. See, they have to maintain a huge British troop, isn't it? So, for this they need a lot of money also. Now, what are they doing? They are imposing tax on these colonies people. British introduced Townshend duties in 1767. Now one more tax. This series of acts placed taxes on tea, lead, paint, paper and glass imported to colonies. So since they have been imported to these colonies, again they have to pay taxes in this also. However, The colonial assemblies passed resolution against the Stamp Act. These 13 colonies, they combined together, the representative of these, they have passed resolution that we are not going to pay the stamp tax. And the British Parliament had to repeal the Stamp Act in 1766. So as a result, now the British Parliament has stopped this one tax. Okay, no need to pay the tax on stamp. Okay, whatever the newspaper, the mortgage, that one you can buy, no taxes will be imposed on that. But the Parliament continued to tax on tea. So tea was a very important goods at that time for earning a lot of revenue. So the taxes was still continuing on tea. So this is the second reason. Let us see the third one. Boston Massacre. So one of the most significant cause of American Revolution that triggered the American Revolution is the Boston Massacre. The governor of Massachusetts was calling 12 colonies to join his states in resisting the British and boycotting their goods. Now, the governor of Massachusetts, he was calling these 12 colonies to join his state and resist the British and boycott their goods. So, he was in the opinion that we will combine together and we will violate, we will just consolidate this power over 13 colonies. Okay, so he was in the view that let us violate the this one, whatever the taxes and all these things have been imposed to the colonies, we will combine together and just revolt against these Britishers. So this coincident with a riot in Boston has been there. In March 1770, British soldiers stationed in Boston opened fire on a crowd, killing 5 townspeople and infuriated locals. So this proposal was going on at that time. The governor has been asked the colonies to join, but one riot is there in Boston. That is in March 1770. What happened? The British soldier, they were in the duty in the Boston. They just opened fire on a crowd, okay, and kill 5 townspeople. So 5 peoples were killed there, and this has just the people became infuriated. They were so aggressive against these Britishers. So these incidents was widely publicized as a battle for American liberty, and it contributed to the unpopularity of the British in the years before the American Revolution. So due to this, what happened? Boston Tea Party, Boston Massacre. What happened? The political protest was going on against these Britishers, and British, whatever the strict policies on colonies were going on, that has been exposed, and the unpopularity of the British over the years has been clear to the people of America also, and the other European countries also. So they begin to understand that how these Britishers are just exploiting these people. Okay. Then the next point is Boston Tea Party. So here protest is going on by the American colonies against the taxes. This is basically. On 16 December 1773, some Americans disguised as native Indians descended upon the 3 ships of the East India Company and dumped the tea into the sea. Now what happened? 3 ships of East India Company were loaded with lots of tea. Okay, the material was loaded with lots of tea. American, they just dress themselves as a native Indian and just go to that ship, and slowly they just dump, they throw away the tea into the sea. This incident is known as Boston Tea Party. The Parliament closed the port of Boston, but the trigger was set for the American War of Independence. Now what happened? The British Parliament has closed the port of Boston. That is, the port was very much important for the export and import of the goods. Okay. Now what happened? All the things have been stopped there because the Parliament has closed the port. Now the people have they don't have any work to do. They were just very much furiated with all these things. Now they begin to do the political protest in against of this British Empire, their strict policies. Okay. Intolerable Act. The last point is the representatives of 13 colonies called the meeting of the First Continental Congress at Philadelphia in 1774 and appealed to the King of England not to impose taxes without their consent. What happened? These representatives, they went there to the British Parliament and they asked them that, sir, please don't impose any tax without our consent. Let us know that you are just going to impose taxes on these, so that we may also came to know about this one. Okay, they go and request to the England, the British Parliament. But the king regarded this as an act of rebellion and declared war against these 13 colonies. So the king was not happy. Why did they came here with this proposal? And what did he do? He thought that this is a rebellion, that you are not just listening to our whatever the rules and regulation that we are imposing on you, you are not listening, and they declare war against these 13 colonies. This led to the fights and finally to the declaration of independence on 4th July 1776 at Congress at Philadelphia, which proclaimed their independence from Great Britain and the formation of a cooperative union. Now, these 13 colonies and with the England, they fight and declare Declaration of Independence was there in the 14th July 1776. Now they declare themselves free from the this one authority of the Great Britain, that is the England. Okay. The American Revolution was a struggle by which 13 American colonies won independence from Britain and gave birth to a nation that is now called United States of America. So this is the 5 reasons that I have given you, the causes of American Revolution. Okay. Now let us see what were the after effect of American Revolution. Since the revolution has been over and a new states has been formed, that is the United States of America. Now what were the after result, consequences of American Revolution? So creation of Constitution, first of all. The revolution unleashed powerful political, social and economic forces that would transform the new nation politics and society. Okay. Now, after this revolution, what happened? New just political, social and economic forces came into form and for the nation, politics and society. Now, new rules and regulations are going to be formed. The new states drafted written constitution, which was an important innovation from the traditionally unwritten British constitution. Earlier, what happened? These 13 colonies were ruling by the unwritten British constitution. Now, these new states have framed a written constitution. Now, why written constitution is important? Because it gives you a specific structure, organization, isn't it? A systematic function will be there and which everyone must have to follow. That's why written constitution is very much important. So, now what happened? A new written constitution has been framed. These new states' constitutions were based on the idea of popular sovereignty, that is the power and authority of the government derived from the people. Now, what is the main part of is that in this constitution, the power and authority of the government will be derived from the people. So, the people will be participate in the formation of the government. So, this is the very important change that we have seen after American Revolution. Okay. Now, the second one is the political changes. Political participation grew as more people gained the right to vote, leading to greater importance being placed on representation within government. Now, people are participating, okay, the citizens are engaged in the formation of the government. So, they are getting right to vote, and in this way, the common citizen play increasingly important role in local and state governance. Okay, now they have a right to choose their leader that will be responsible to just govern the nation. So, people are equally involved. Earlier, they don't have these rights. So, this is second, the political changes. After that, end of mercantilism. So, since this is a group of people that we have seen in the feudalism also, a group of people that are just focused on the only the profit side. Okay, they led to the creation of a trading company and just focus on this one, profit only. So, earlier the British Empire had imposed various restrictions on the colonial economics, including limiting the trade, settlement and manufacturing. So, since the colonies were not allowed to produce or sell the raw material to the other one, only to the England. Now, and the trade was going on and they were controlled by this group of people, the merchants. Now, the revolution opened new market and new trade relationship. As the revolution has been, due to this revolution, new market and new trade were open. The American victory also opened the western territories for invasion and settlement, which created new domestic markets. Now people are open to come and go to the Western territories also. The people are coming and doing the settlement, and as a result they are getting new domestic market for just selling their products. Okay, new trade relations are building here. Americans began to create their own manufacturers, no longer content to rely on those in Britain. Not only this, the Americans began to create their own manufacturing, and now they are not just dependent on the Britain for this manufacturing the product. Finally, global impact. So what was the global impact due to the American Revolution? American Revolution profoundly influenced the political ideologies and movement across the world, promoting the concept like liberty, equality and democracy. So due to American Revolution around the world, the concept of liberty, that is the state of being free, isn't it, from the oppressive restriction, then the equality and democracy, that is the formation of government, you are a part of that one. So this concept has widely just promoted around the world due to American Revolution. It also articulates principle of human rights, leading to discussion and implementation of right and governance in various society. Not only this, the principle of human rights, that is the universal right, isn't it? Human beings should get the human right regardless of their sex, nationality, religion, language. So this one has been also articulated and known to the various society of the world. So this is the after effect of American Revolution. Okay. So just now I have covered the topic where I have just given you the overview of American Revolution. Then we have discussed this one, the causes, 7 Years War, taxes and duties, Boston Massacre and the Boston Tea Party and some intolerable acts. After we have seen the effects of American Revolution, where creation of constitution, political changes, end of mercantilism and global impact we have seen. So see you with one more topic in next video.